All right, so I lost about a pound since yesterday, but actually, let me back up. I actually lost 2.4 pounds yesterday, and I did it in a matter of 2 hours. So this is how I was able to lose 2.4 pounds in 2 hours yesterday. And that's how you can lose 2 pounds in 2 hours in Florida when you mow the grass. There's something to be said about doing yard work in Florida in the heat. I go through this every year where during the summertime, it is so hot. Now, it wasn't hot yesterday. It was like, we were in the 80s. It was nice and breezy. And I thought, you know what? I haven't mowed my lawn in like 2 months because we really experienced some cold weather here in Florida. So what I went ahead and decided to do after I dropped my car off at the mechanic, I had some little bit of a car issues. We dropped it off. My wife took me back home and I'm like, you know what? It's 12 o'clock. I haven't mowed the grass in a couple months. Let me mow the grass. So I get out there and I'm mowing the grass. I'm doing it in a fasted state, which I always fast before I even go to the gym. So I'm like, this is nothing. I'm out there for 2 hours, push lawnmower, trimming, edging, weed eating, trimming my bushes. And 2 hours later, I was absolutely famished. I felt like my metabolism went through the roof. I'm like, I have never been so hungry. Normally when I train in the gym and I do strength training, I'm just not hungry afterwards. I have to wait like an hour or two before I eat. Otherwise, I kind of feel sick if I eat right away after a workout. So I go inside and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. I'm like, you know what? Let me jump on the scale. I'm curious to see if I've lost weight because I've done this during the summer and I know what happens. So I jump on the scale and I hit an all-time low. I got to 203.9. I think I was like 205.6 or something like that. I had lost 2.4 pounds in a matter of hours. Now, obviously it's water weight. You know, you're out there in the Florida heat. But the weird thing is I've never felt my metabolism. I felt like my metabolism was like a furnace, like it was on fire. I couldn't believe how hungry I was. So what I did was I ate 4 eggs and I had 2 really thick sausages, not the small little breakfast sausage. I had the really thick sausage. And I was still hungry after that. And I gotta make a confession. I felt like my body was deprived of carbs and sugars for about a month and a half. And I gotta confess, I started having some crackers. We had some crackers in my pantry and I had a couple pieces of dark chocolate, which dark chocolate's okay, right? You gotta be careful with the milk chocolate. Dark chocolate's actually pretty good. So I gotta confess, I had some carbs and you know what? I was still hungry. I still wasn't satisfied. And I'm like, oh man, I feel like I'm ruining my progress. You know, I've been carnivore for a month and a half and I've lost all this weight. And I'm like eating these crackers and I'm having, you know, the dark chocolate and I'm like, oh man. So then I'm like, man, wait till I weigh myself tomorrow. I'm probably gonna gain all that weight back. Well, guess what? I only gained a pound. That is it. So when you factor in that I lost 2.4 pounds yesterday, I had food, I only gained a pound of it back. So I'm still at an all-time low as you saw this morning when I weighed myself. Now, obviously I can't do yard work every single day. You know, that was just one thing. However, because we get really warm pretty quickly during, you know, the warmer months in Florida, I'm telling you, this is going to be probably a challenging year because it was so hot yesterday that, yeah, it's going to be brutal. And, you know, when I do the lawn fasted, it's very, very challenging. So we're getting close to 200. Obviously, I've dropped some water weight, but I cheated. And you know what? There's something to be said about diet breaks. I will tell you, someone said something in the comments with my other video I did the other day about trying this new hack to bust through a plateau. And I will say there is something to be said about having diet breaks. Your body needs time to have a little bit of a rest because there are 2 hormones that get suppressed, and those hormones are called leptin and ghrelin. And sometimes those hormones get suppressed. So the only way to reset those hormones so you can start burning fat again is to actually have some type of cheat meal, some type of sugar or carbs. So I think because of what I did yesterday, now here's the thing, I've been strict since January 2nd. I've been doing this for about a month and a half, strict carnivore, 5 days a week in the gym. and no cardio. Like, I think the only cardio I've done is just walking in my neighborhood, which is nothing. But that cardio I did yesterday, you could look at doing your lawn is like cardio, right? So that's a little update for you. I'm so close to breaking that 200. My goal is 190. Make sure to subscribe to the video, like the video, and make sure to drop a comment and let me know where you're at in your weight loss journey. And it'll just be cool to see all of us do this together, so we'll all be ready by spring, and at the very latest, by summer.